even with a literal gun to your head, you could still go to prison for decades. The duress defense sounds like common sense. If someone forces you to commit a crime under threat of death, you shouldn't be held responsible, right? The defense fails more often than it succeeds, and the reasons why will make you question everything you think you know about the justice system. In 1974, 19-year-old newspaper heiress Patty Hurst was kidnapped by terrorists called the Symbionese Liberation Army. 2 months later, security cameras caught Hurst robbing a bank, wielding an assault rifle and shouting orders at terrified customers. She claimed she was still being coerced, that they'd kill her if she didn't participate. Here's the kicker. Despite being kidnapped, tortured, and threatened with death, Patty Hurst was convicted of bank robbery and sentenced to 7 years in prison. Her duress defense failed spectacularly. But why? Because the law has insane requirements that almost no one can meet. For duress defense to work, you need to prove 4 things, and they're designed to make you fail. First, immediate threat of death or serious bodily harm. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Second, you must reasonably believe the threat is real. But here's the catch. If you're dealing with criminals who've already shown they're violent, of course the threat is real. This requirement is basically meaningless. Third, you must have no reasonable alternative. This is where most cases die. Courts will say, why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you run away? Why didn't you lock yourself in a bathroom? They expect you to think like a law professor while someone's threatening to murder you. Fourth, the harm you're avoiding must be greater than the crime you're committing. So, if someone threatens to beat you up unless you steal a car, the beating has to be worse than Grand Theft Auto. So here's your reality check about the duress defense. It doesn't matter if someone forced you at gunpoint. It doesn't matter if they threatened your family. It doesn't matter if you had no choice. What matters is whether you can prove to strangers on your jury that you met impossibly strict legal requirements while under the most extreme stress imaginable.